Here we go into the second straight UFL postseason. Is Sunday the next step to a Birmingham four-peat, or will the Michigan Panthers rein in the Stallions in the USFL Championship? Will St. Louis finally get its chance to play a league championship game in the Battledome, or will the DC Defenders come to St. Louis and spoil the party in the XFL Championship? Let's get a tell of the tape from both games. But first, a big shout out to Steven Johnson, a new channel member here on John Lewis Sports. Thank you very much, Steven. Appreciate all the supporters here on John Lewis Sports. It's just 99 cents per month, and you will get exclusive videos, early access to other videos, as well as that invaluable shout out. Now, on with the show. First, we start with the USFL Championship in Birmingham, Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, featuring the homestanding Stallions and the Michigan Panthers. Skip Holtz and the Stallions have Michigan's number. They've beaten the Panthers twice this season, did the same thing last season, and beat them in the USFL Championship Game in Birmingham. The tale of the tape says history might repeat itself. Now, we're going to throw out the Week 10 game since there's really not much to add to the equation for either team. But over the first 9 games, Michigan had the top rushing defense in the UFL, just ahead of Birmingham. However, the Panthers' defense was last in the league in stopping the pass, and Birmingham over 9 games, just ahead of the Panthers in passing offense. The Stallions' defense, middle of the pack overall, but tops in stopping red zone touchdowns.
They have found different ways to win 6 times, and we need to find a way to win it ourselves. So we'll see.
The whole thing that we've talked about is development and continually striving to get better, and I think this football team has done that for sure.
Michigan has a dynamic offense, no doubt about it. They're second in the league. But I still feel like Birmingham has the advantage here, and especially if they can get a good crowd at Protective Stadium, this could be Birmingham's game. We'll see how it plays out Sunday in Birmingham, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC. The XFL title game in St. Louis might have the best atmosphere all season when the DC Defenders come to town and maybe try to spoil the party. With next week's UFL Championship returning here and a hungry fan base waiting to see their team in the title, the roof might come off the Battledome. However, DC quarterback Jordan Ta'amu is MVP worthy, and he showed as much in the first matchup this season, throwing for 243 yards and 2 touchdowns in a Defenders win in St. Louis. DC also picked off 3 Manny Wilkins passes in that game, but now St. Louis has starter Max Duggan ready to go. The tale of the tape says St. Louis finally gets their chance to play a championship in the gateway to the West. Yes, we've discussed the quarterbacks, but the Battlehawks ground game was tops in almost every category over the first 9 games, and yes, Duggan helped there too. The Defenders, 5th in stopping the run and next to last in stopping rushing touchdowns. The challenge for St. Louis on defense, stopping the league's top offense. DC was number 1 in passing touchdowns and total yards in the first 9 games. But the St. Louis Battlehawks do own the second best passing defense in the league. I'm going to take St. Louis over DC and what could be a barn burner.
But right now, we're just trying to go out and compete for a championship, And, man, I love working with these guys. These guys are amazing. And we got a great group of dudes in there in that locker room, and I just love working with them.
For us, man, I think, hey, man, we embrace 8 wins. We embrace earning home field advantage. And at this point, now we got to turn the page and go.
Game time, 6 p.m. Eastern on Fox this Sunday. What a big weekend for the UFL. Thank you all for the support from channel members and viewers and subscribers. It has been such a fun season covering the UFL and talk about the UFL news with you right here on John Lewis Sports. And there is still more to come here. We're going to talk about the UFL Championship next week. And throughout the summer, we're going to dive back into some alt football history. You can see some of the previous videos I've released on leagues and players of the past right here. And check out the alt football history playlist on my channel for the complete rundown. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the games and the videos.